Men, when a woman is hiding another man, she doesn't always sneak out or vanish for hours. Sometimes, everything happens right in front of you, on her phone. Female psychology shows that when women cheat, they become masters at concealing digital communication. Today, I'll expose 7 clever ways women hide texts and calls from other men. These aren't conspiracy theories or paranoid assumptions. These are documented methods that women use daily to maintain secret relationships without getting caught. Before we start, hit subscribe and comment if you've ever noticed these patterns. Your story might save another man from being deceived. Way 1. Renaming contacts to look harmless. The most common and effective trick in the digital deception playbook is something so simple that most men never suspect it: contact manipulation. She doesn't delete his number or refuse to save it. She disguises it as something completely innocent that you'd never question even if you saw it on her screen. Mike becomes Sarah or Jessica. Babe becomes boss or manager. John turns into work or HR department. The psychological brilliance of this method is that it transforms the forbidden into the mundane. When you glance at her phone and see a text from Sarah, your brain doesn't register threat. It registers her friend group. When you see a call from work, you think it's her job, not a man she's emotionally or physically involved with. Female psychology reveals that the mind feels safer when the secret is disguised as something ordinary rather than hidden completely. Deleting contacts creates gaps that might be noticed. Having unnamed numbers raises questions, but having every contact neatly labeled with innocent names creates the illusion of transparency while maintaining complete secrecy. The goal isn't to delete communication. It's to make it invisible by hiding it in plain sight. She can text Sarah 50 times a day, and you'll think she's just chatting with her girlfriend. She can take calls from boss at 10 p.m. on Saturday, and you'll think she's dedicated to her career. The deception works because it exploits your trust and your reasonable assumptions about what those names mean. Watch for these specific indicators. She gets messages from the same friend or work contact at unusual hours, late at night or very early in the morning. The frequency of communication with this one particular contact dramatically exceeds others. She's protective about specific conversations, even though the contact name seems innocent. If it's really her friend Sarah, why does she tense up when you're near her phone during those conversations? Way 2. Using secret messaging apps. The era of all communication happening through standard texting and calling is over. Women hiding affairs now utilize specialized messaging applications designed specifically for privacy, secrecy, and in many cases, infidelity. These apps provide features that make concealing communication effortless. Hidden messengers like Telegram, Signal, WhatsApp with disappearing messages, or even calculator vault apps that look like innocent utilities but hide entire messaging. Platforms behind password protection. Messages auto-delete after being read. Call logs vanish automatically, and entire conversation histories can be erased with a single button press. Many of these applications require special access codes or biometric authentication, creating layers of security that ensure, even if you physically access her phone, you can't access the hidden communications. The most insidious versions are apps that appear as something completely different on her phone screen. A calculator app that requires a specific code sequence to reveal the hidden messaging platform. A photo gallery app that's actually a secret storage system for communications and images. A period tracker or weather app that doubles as a concealed messaging service. Psychology principle at work. Hiding communication within something normal gives the illusion of innocence while maintaining perfect operational security. She can have these apps right on her home screen, visible to you every day, and you'll never suspect they're anything other than what they appear to be. The technical sophistication of modern secret messaging apps is remarkable. End-to-end encryption ensures even service providers can't read the messages. Screenshot notifications alert her if you try to capture evidence. Self-destructing media ensures photos and videos vanish after viewing. Remote wipe features let her erase entire conversation histories if she senses discovery is imminent. Way 3. Turning off notifications and previews. One of the simplest yet most effective methods is completely controlling what information appears on her phone screen when messages arrive. Texts no longer pop up with sender names and preview content. Call notifications show only incoming call without identifying who's calling. Her phone exists in a state of deliberate informational lockdown that prevents you from casually seeing who's contacting her and why. Her phone is always face down or on silent mode, not occasionally, but as permanent default behavior. She explains this away with reasonable-sounding justifications. I just hate distractions, or I'm trying to be more present, or constant notifications give me anxiety. These explanations sound healthy and mindful, but they serve a practical purpose: complete control over which communications you're aware of and which ones remain hidden. Female psychology recognizes that a cheater knows visibility equals vulnerability, so she hides activity through seemingly innocent privacy preferences. By turning off notification previews, she ensures that even if her phone is visible to you when messages arrive, you see nothing revealing. The screen lights up but shows no content, giving her the few seconds needed to grab the phone and check privately who's contacting her. Way 4. Deleting text threads and call logs regularly. A loyal partner might forget to delete a grocery list or let old messages pile up for months, but a cheater never forgets to erase evidence. This compulsive deletion habit becomes so ingrained it happens automatically, multiple times daily, leaving her phone appearing suspiciously clean for someone who supposedly communicates frequently with multiple people. Messages vanish daily, yet phone battery use stays high, and screen time statistics show hours of activity. Where are all the conversations that would account for this usage? They've been systematically deleted to prevent discovery. Call logs that should show dozens of recent calls display only a few carefully curated entries. Text message threads that should contain weeks of conversation history show only the last day or two. Psychology principle: compulsive deletion stems from guilt and fear of being caught. The act of deleting becomes ritualistic, performed immediately after conversations end. She can't go to sleep, leave the house, or hand you her phone without first ensuring all incriminating evidence has been removed. This behavior pattern is so consistent among people hiding affairs that its presence alone is a significant red flag. Even her clean phone tells a story. Too clean means too controlled. Real phone usage creates natural accumulation of data: old texts, forgotten call logs, random screenshots, cached information. A phone that's constantly scrubbed of this natural accumulation reveals artificial information management that serves one purpose: hiding specific communications while maintaining the appearance of normal phone use. The deletion pattern often follows a schedule. Every night before bed, the phone gets cleaned. After every conversation with the other man, immediate deletion. Before coming home from work or errands, a quick evidence sweep. These patterns become habits because the psychological burden of maintaining deception requires systematic operational security. Way 5. Keeping a work or backup phone. It's not uncommon for cheating women to have a second phone, a so-called business phone, or old phone I keep as backup. This device becomes the dedicated communication channel with the other man, completely separated from her primary phone that you have some awareness of. Calls and texts with the affair partner happen exclusively on this secondary device, ensuring perfect compartmentalization between her life with you and her secret life. The second phone stays hidden in strategic locations: her car's glove compartment or center console, buried in her purse under other items, in her desk drawer at work, or in other places where you wouldn't normally encounter it. She accesses it during bathroom trips, in the car before coming inside, or during alone time when you won't notice the extra device. Psychology insight: separating devices gives her mental separation. One life per phone. The psychological compartmentalization of maintaining an affair becomes easier when there's physical separation in the tools used. Her phone with you contains your relationship, family matters, legitimate communications. The secret phone contains only the affair, making it easier to keep the two worlds from colliding mentally and practically. The justifications for having the second device sound plausible. It's my work phone, so I keep work and personal separate. Or, it's my old phone I keep as a backup in case my main one breaks. Or, the company requires us to have dedicated business lines. These explanations are difficult to challenge directly without seeming paranoid, which is precisely why they work so effectively.